My name is Ed, and I've had the best experience in my life in only 3 short days. I suffered from terrible back pain. I had a fall. I fell 15 feet on my butt, fractured my spine 15 years ago. I had back surgery 10 years after that. Still had some pain, and the pain got worse as time went on. So I have a cleaning business, and these 2 friends who have become friends, they called me from Atlanta. They were moving here, and we became friendly, and I'm cleaning their house. So in the process of getting to know them, and they're both doctors, one of them becoming my doctor, and I am explaining to them, what hurts, all my symptoms, and he recommended Dr. Jowdy. Now, they had known each other slightly in Atlanta. Dr. Jowdy remembers their names. So I came here skeptical. I have to be honest. So I met with Dr. Tina, who is also his wife and runs the office efficiently. And she explained it to me. And then I went and met with the doctor. And then I started coming here. I waited a few months, still a little skeptical, but still wanting to try it. I came here Monday. Now this is Wednesday. And in 3 days, I'm serious, when you hear this, you're not going to believe it, I have no lower back pain or any anxiety. I'm amazed. And I'm not one to give praise lightly to anyone, if anybody knows me, which of course none of you do. But I'm amazed. I'm telling you, it works. It's something short of a miracle. I know miracles don't happen, but this is very close to it. But he can relieve you of stress, pain, which is all related to the brain. He connects the brain with the organs. And, I can't say enough about the work. He's a genius. He's a multitasker. He has all these patients. He knows their names. He knows what they should be doing next, what they should eat. A life experience. If you're in pain, any kind of pain, from plantar fasciitis, heart problems, allergies, you name it. If you got it, he can fix it for you. And I'm telling you, it's worth the travel and expense to come and meet this man. Amazing, amazing. I'm amazed. I can't say it anymore. Now, when I came in, I had lower back pain, as I said before. I've had neck problems. I couldn't raise my left arm above my shoulder. Now I can raise it up high. I also have calcification of my aorta valve. I have other problems that we've got yet to resolve. Parkinson's onset, bladder problems, and other things that I can't even begin, I can't even think of them because I'm just so excited about this result so far. But I have to tell you that you're missing the boat if you don't come out and see Jowdy. I was depressed. How do you know you're depressed? I don't really know how you know you're depressed. You tell people you're depressed and they say, oh, you're crazy, you just don't feel good today. But depression is a sickness. It's an illness. And I went to psychiatrists. They gave me drugs. Did it help my depression? I don't know. Sometimes when you take a pill, subconsciously you say to yourself, it's working. But it's not. It's not working. So, I suffered through depression. Am I totally cured yet? No, but I'm getting there. I had this block in my head. This wall. It wasn't a headache. It wasn't a migraine. It was just a blockage. Now I could feel it like moving away, like half of it is gone. I could feel the clearness. When I go to bed at night, the sleeping was the worst thing. I hated to go to bed because I knew I wouldn't sleep, and there was this blockage, and I lay in bed trying, with my eyes wide open, couldn't sleep, did everything possible, watch TV, read a book, everything they say to do. Nothing worked. So, I'm starting to sleep a little better, I have to say. It's not 100%, but it's getting there. And I'm delighted that I have a new lease on life and that I can plan my future. I'm 67 years old. You know, how much longer do I have? I don't know. But if I'm in good spirits, I feel good, I can go on as long as I want, as long as I can, as long as God lets me. Does anybody really want to live for the rest of their life in torturous pain? Whatever it is. Depression, foot problems, head problems, heart problems, allergies, child defects, I mean, you name it. Everything relates to the brain. And if you know that, you know that Dr. Jowdy knows what he's doing. I was at a beach house,
Okay.
and I fell, a deck collapsed that I was standing
Ooh,
on.
wow. Okay.
And while the deck collapsed, my whole side of my face rubbed down the deck while I was falling. I fell 15 feet on my butt and sat down like this.
Right.
And I was in shock. So somebody yelled, the whole house is going. So I was in, you know, so somebody grabbed me, pulled me from under the house. But I had no pain for 10 years. So I finally when I moved to California, one day I couldn't walk because the pain was so severe in my legs. My, what's that vein that goes down your legs? My sciatic nerve. In both legs. I couldn't stand. Walking was a torture. I had to sit down all the time. People would hold my hand going across the street. I mean, I was just in pain. So I found a doctor that did back surgery on me. And he didn't really tell me that I had fractured my spine in this accident. So, not that it would have made much a difference, I guess, but I didn't know. And I should have examined it closely when I had the accident, but I didn't. You know, I was young and, you know, no pain. You don't think about it.
Yeah, I understand. So, what kind of pain did you feel? Like pain all the time in your low back and your neck?
I didn't
All
have neck pain at that time. I had lower back pain. The only thing I could do was sleep. That didn't give me any problems. But any other action, and I couldn't work, of course. And then after a few years, the pains started to get worse. I thought it was my hip. My MD said it was my back. So I went back to the surgeon. He did a CT scan. And at that was just about the point, and I went for a stress test for my heart. So I accumulated all these reports, which I forwarded to Dr. Jowdy and Dr. Tina. And from the reports, Dr. Jowdy was the one that told me I had fractured my spine. I had a calcified aortic valve, a stenostic, or they call it, and something was pushing on my bladder. You know, I couldn't have sex, which is important to everybody. So we sat down, and he said he could work on all these things, and I was amazed. And after sitting in the office here and watching the other patients here, and seeing that, I mean, this woman came in, she was on oxygen, couldn't walk, and after I don't know how long she was here, she left yesterday walking with a walker yet, no oxygen. I mean, the woman looked terrific. Another woman out here, her organs shut down. She wrote a book on Dr. Jowdy, and all she saw here, she even knew what was wrong with me from looking at me because of all her experience being here. So I'm telling you, it's unbelievable, and I say unbelievable because you're still not believing me, I'm sure, but it's an unbelievable experience to see this man. I'm telling you, 14 years of study, and Dr. Jowdy has patented his information, and he worked on this for 20 years. So who would give that much of their life to something they didn't fully believe in? Dr. Jowdy. That's all I can say. Come and see the man. You'll be amazed. A lot of people go to doctors for symptoms. The doctors treat the symptoms. They don't treat the cause of the symptoms. All your symptoms are related back to your brain. They'd rather treat the symptom. That's what they want to do. But Dr. Jowdy is not that way. He's patented this technique that only he knows. And it's not typical of the rest of the people, the rest of his colleagues. And he's in the process of training other people to do the same. So if you want to get to a unique situation, again, I can't say it enough, see Jowdy. drjowdy.com.